Good morning everybody, and thank you for coming back to the channel. Here I am in another early morning. The cornfield is still here, which is still scary. I was hoping it would be already harvested. I'm going to try again to fly with the Avenger. I've got here the Avenger, I've got the transmitter, and I've got the battery, propeller, and the pliers that I need to put the battery in without breaking the whole thing. I've chosen a day, and I don't think you can see it, but there in the distance there's a windsock, and there's a bit more wind than I would normally accept for these kind of things, because I have noticed that the little one here is needing quite a lot of speed. I was reviewing the footage I had, and I noticed that it tends to stall on the right wing, which might also be because the rudder is a bit crooked. I have to fix it. I see again it's come out a little bit. And I noticed that it's going to need quite a lot of speed to be able to keep its lift. And let's see how it goes. The first flight wasn't bad, and then it got a bit wet. It's still a bit wet outside, like it's the morning dew. So I'm going to fix that rudder that I see. I'm going to put in the battery, power it up, and let's see how it goes. So here it is. I've put in the battery, connected the propeller, tried to fix the rudder a little bit. It's moving because of the stabilizer. I don't know if you can appreciate it. I'll do a bit of a run up. Engine on. Yes, it goes. Rudder. Yeah, I have to keep maybe the rudder. Not sure how to keep it actually, that it doesn't come out, because it's coming out again. I'll go and put it back in. So the rudder is back in, and I did notice also in other test flight it had the tendency to fly leftward, so I probably need to keep the rudder a little bit to turn it to the right. It was yawing, not yawing, like crabbing to the left, and that's maybe also why the right wing was stalling. Let me try the ailerons. They seem to move, and elevator also moves, so it seems good. I'm pointing the camera a little bit down, which I hope I'm not just being too pessimistic. I see the windsock, so this is the general direction it will fly in. And let's see how it goes. It didn't go into the cornfield, but almost. So it did fly quite nicely, more power into the wind, but then it turned slightly towards the cornfield, and I couldn't turn it back, neither with ailerons nor with the rudder. So then I just let it come down before it got lost, kind of until a combine harvester would destroy it. So let's give it another shot. I'm going to try to point it a bit further away from the cornfield, and let's see if I can manage to control it. Uh-oh, now it is in the cornfield. So I think it's somewhere here. I can see it. I managed to power off completely before I really went in. But the good thing, I don't know if you can see it in there. There's a little red light. This is a bit spooky. It did manage to fly. It did manage to even turn to the other direction it did before, which is good. Again, as I think some of the comments you said, it needs to be very fast. So I had a lot of power in and into the wind. So that was good. Some controllability, so some success. Let me go in there in short sleeves, which might not have been such a good idea, and see if I can rescue it. Will I take you with me? And even the propeller is still on. Good for me that I turned the power off completely, right? So yeah, come back. Yeah. Let's try to not break it. We're just like 3 rows in, which is good. And it's a bit dirty. There it is, but it survived in one piece. So let's go a bit further away even and try it again. So I don't know how much of that was actually on video, but as it did fly a little bit, I'm already happier. I've now walked a bit further away from the corn and more into the longish grass, and I'm going to try it again. A lot of power, fast throw, and let's see if I can control it and maybe even catch something on camera. ouch. So I think successful in spite of the final crash that you did not see. I see that I can steer it to the right quite okay, to the left more difficult, but with very strong power it is somehow controllable, so getting better and better, right? It is, at the end it just, again, I stalled it on the right wing. I was again afraid of the cornfield, which is just there, and I think that's not the problem of the model but of the pilot. Let's see if I can set it up again. By the way, I'm noticing this, they cut the grass here very nicely beside the, let's say the runway, and there's this kind of very strange shape on the grass, which I think I know what it is. I'm going to leave it there, let's see if anybody can guess what it is, and let's have it there as a bit of a trick. There's a hole in there, and there's like parts coming out of that little hole, so I leave it there as some challenge. So prop back on, cowling again straightened. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little bit of a hole already, so the hit was not a soft hit, but it survived, I hope. Let's see what the insides look like. And let's give it another shot. It's even got some grass there. Like, again, it's wet, so I suppose at some point it'll be too wet to fly. But let's try it again. I think it looks good. It's still yawing, crabbing to the left quite a lot. It's maybe also, it's a bit crooked now. But overall I'm happy. It's mostly right turns I can do. I'm trying to get it close to the camera so that you can see it fly back at some good distance and slow speed, but I'm not managing. Let's see if I can put it now in. It's pointing at, oh yeah. Sometimes it flies directly at me and that's a bit scary. But I think it looks good, so from my perspective it's, I would say it's a success. It for sure doesn't fly as good as the, Mustang, the factory made one. But with all the effort and the work that goes into this, it's really satisfying to see it fly, and it flies. It's not just a long glide. It's actually flying. And I dived it in. I'll go and look for it. And here it is. I'm declaring this a success. I know it's not perfect. I can't turn it to the left so much. But it flies. It flew for I don't know how many minutes. Maybe 2 minutes easy. Yes, the tail is not always straight. Some issues with it. But I think thanks to some of the comments that you gave me, so really thank you very much for everybody that's participated and that's giving me some comments. I really appreciate every single comment and all the tips and tricks that you give me. But this one I'm going to declare a success. I'm going to change the battery out, or maybe go and fly the Mustang, I'll see. But it flies. Success! Thank you everybody, and see you later.